Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From the 44, Watson. Pass incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to 36.
If you feel that, that's a pretty win because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball well by the people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On second down, Cook.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Punt linebacker, punt cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Vikings 7, Browns 9.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. From the gun, here's Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. Watson on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the interception, here's Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. John Johnson with the INT. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Touchdown, Vikings!
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Watson, off play action. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Watson. Throw left side there, Schwartz with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins gives way to Cook. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. They'll throw one to the big guy, but you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. He's going to have to hook up the Schwartz. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. A A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Tackle by Jordan Elliott. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Will come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a give to Madison. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle. But when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Cousins to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Cousins. Able to find Thielen. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Cousins. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. And he caught it and would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie things at 17 all. So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And it's what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Oh, he's got, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. He goes 73 yards there on the touchdown run. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. It's a foot race. He's at the 40.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 82 yards. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 15. Wentz going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception. Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them. Throwing Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and goal. Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game. Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one.
The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, he's hit. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
As I look down at the sideline and see the special teams coach, you can just see those shoulders sagging, can't you?
Absolutely.
You talk about having some great emotion going. Think about the elation he was feeling on the return. Everything synced up well, blocked well, everything was going great. And then they end up dropping the football.
And a nice job, though, to make that football come out defensively.
It was. Give them credit for making that happen. Sidelines all diagram well, and it ends up poorly.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Again, it's Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
5-9, 5-9. Great 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action. Now Wentz. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On play action, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in good field position. They don't want to score over 3rd down coming up.
And you know what else he did? You make your defense mad. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. On play action, it's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25.
6 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. They got his man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 72 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Herbert.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways calling this penalties.
There's a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And, Charles, when you talk about Keenan Allen, you're not necessarily usually talking about that crazy top-end speed, but he does a great job there with the ball in his hands.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The slot man in motion right. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. Slot man moves right. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Now Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. operating from the red zone now. Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's Hardman. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they send a man in motion right. And again, it's Mahomes. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They'll try with McKinnon, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's Mahomes again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mahomes now to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar confidence is what will get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Brought down by Willie Gay.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Mahomes now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Mahomes to throw once more. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Herbert on first down now.
And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue. That's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown. And when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to a 23-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Herbert.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Fourth down for Herbert, desperation time. He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
The 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.